Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I am looking forward to this reading because it is bringing through messages from your spirit team and the major players on your spirit team. Any ascended masters, divine teachers, angels, and other types of guides. I felt called to pull a lot of cards and to create 4 piles today. So I will read a little bit about each divine master that is for each pile. So for pile 1, you have Brigid, inner fire. Let your passion lead you to your purpose. Brigid is a Celtic goddess of Ireland who is closely associated with fire and the season of spring. Her name means the bright one, and she is a goddess of fertility, healing, and all the renewing energies that spring brings. In Ireland, she is the protector of wells and holy shrines. Originally a pagan goddess, Brigid was so well loved that when Christianity came to the British Isles, she was adopted as a saint, and thus she brings the energy of resilience, strength, and survival. And for pile 2, we have Commander Ashtar, leadership activation, time to evolve. Trust in your ability to guide others. Commander Ashtar, sometimes known simply as Ashtar, is a multi-dimensional intergalactic being who is head of the Ashtar Command, a group of highly evolved extraterrestrials who are dedicated to maintaining truth, peace, and harmony in the cosmos. He has been known to appear in human form so that he can work with peacekeepers and lightworkers on planet Earth to support the evolution of the human soul. He also appears in the meditations of those who have the potential to lead others to wholeness and healing. If he comes to you, he will often invite you to the Ashtar Command ship, where you will receive information and downloads to help you evolve. And for pile 3, we have Lady Nada, expanded heart, openness, liberation, let yourself love and be loved. Lady Nada is an embodiment of divine love. She is one of the leaders of the Karmic Board and a member of the Council of Light, and is dedicated to bringing Christ consciousness to Earth. In the Aura Soma healing system, Lady Nada's bottle is the divine counterpart to the Christ. Her mission is to help the human race embody divine love. Lady Nada is an aspect of Mary Magdalene. Some believe she's Mary's higher self, who helped her tap into the teacher within. Lady Nada has had many incarnations and was one of the high priestesses of Atlantis. Those drawn to her or her mission are likely also to have had incarnations in Atlantis or similar ancient civilizations. And for pile 4, we have actually 2 divine masters, and these are archangels Metatron and Sandalphon, sacred connection, synchronicity, divine connection, understanding lessons. Archangels Metatron and Sandalphon are twin flame / twin brother high vibrational angelic beings who understand what it's like to be human and angelic. Both of them once walked the earth as living humans, and because of their deep spiritual knowledge and connection to Source, at the end of their human lives, they ascended to angelic status in the heavens. Metatron's name means the throne next to God, and he is the archangel of ascension, Therefore, he is particularly drawn to this time when humanity has the opportunity to move beyond old ways of being and fear-based limitations and into a new way of living and loving. Sandalphon's name means co-brother, which refers to the fact that he is Metatron's energetic twin. He is the angel who helps us establish a heavenly connection. When these archangels come together, they establish a bridge between heaven and earth so that we can understand the interconnectedness of all things. So take your time to feel into which pile is for you, and when you are ready, I will see you at your selected reading. Hi, pile 1. If you were called to Brigid, Inner Fire, this is your reading. So I do have tarot cards to start with, and I'm going to set aside your final message, which will be from the Angels of Atlantis deck. But let's see where your spirit team wants to begin. Oh, beautiful. You have the 3 of Cups. You have the 5 of Pentacles. And you have the 2 of Swords. Interesting that Brigid is embodying the fiery energy, the passion, right? And of the cards, that's what you are missing is the wand, the fire element. But it looks like maybe you recently are going through a time where things haven't felt as fulfilling for you, where you have felt that there is something missing with that 5 of Pentacles. And I'm getting a sense of like looking back on the past relationships and friendships and roles that were really blessings and enjoyable. And that for whatever reason, either they aren't established anymore, they're not in your life anymore, or they aren't fulfilling in the way they used to be. Maybe there hasn't been that sense of support that you have experienced in the past, and that this has made you question your choices. But I am feeling that because Brigid is here, that she is giving you permission to follow your heart, to listen to that inner voice, your intuition that is speaking to you, that is reminding you what lights you up, and that it is okay to evolve and change, and that there will always be support for you, the right support for you. I do feel there's a message here about if we do not allow ourselves to evolve and change, that we can limit ourselves if we feel like we must limit ourselves to fit in to a situation, to a relationship, to a job, then we are kind of stripping ourselves of our own majesty. That just came to me. Majesty. That you are this magical, majestic being. And I'm getting a message around maybe some things have been clouding your perception of the truth, the past kind of creeping up, and expectations of, well, how it should be, when really it's not helping you to kind of go down that path of thinking, but that in some way you do have a decision to make, and only you can make this choice because you can truthfully see it for what it is, and that no one else can or really should be trying to tell you what to do as far as this decision. But let's look a little bit more into who is showing up for you. Okay, so we have the divine physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. And we have take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. Okay, so with take a step back, I feel that is definitely connected to the sense of lack and that feeling of not having support, that there is this potential like rumination on what isn't fulfilling anymore, but it's as if there's a trying to force it to get it to work. And there's almost like they're telling me there's a sense of like blaming yourself for this dynamic no longer working for you, for no longer being enough. And that's not the case. It's not a deficiency within you, that you are meant to change and move forward in ways. And this is a time to get clarity on what it is in reality that isn't working anymore and what would be holding you back from your purpose and your passion. And for some of you with Raphael coming in here, that this could be taking a toll on you physically. You could just feel like you don't have the energy that you need. And Spirit is saying to take that step back, to have a moment of reflection, that when you begin to maybe spiral down a thought path that isn't helpful, to take a moment to reflect and get back into your body is what it feels like, that there's a reconnection to your body, a calming of your nervous system, and however that makes sense for you, whether it's going on a walk, doing yoga, there is a bit of a slowing down and, calling in Archangel Raphael to bring in healing energy, to bring in that abundance into especially your solar plexus that I'm getting with Brigid. Like there's this kind of refueling process, that maybe there was something that happened here where you could have been excluded, is also a message that maybe there was something that happened, that there was like a rejection, or your support system didn't show up for you. They did not support you. And now Spirit's asking you to consider not just this aspect of your life, but overall, what isn't serving you? And I feel like there is a message about putting yourself first. We have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Okay, yeah, there's something here about like letting go of control. I'm going to set that aside. We have the seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Okay, so that's where that reflection is coming in, where you are blindfolded so that you can really get in tune with your subconscious, your unconscious, and allowing things to come to the surface, to come into your conscious mind. And that's where your body is speaking to you. Through your body, that is how your subconscious makes itself known. There could be some trapped energy, some tension, that doing some somatic healing might benefit you. Because with that loosen your grip, I'm getting it as almost like a literal, when you're gripped tightly, that is tension. So there's that, as well as that kind of need that we feel to hold tight to our known systems, our known relationships, even if they aren't serving us anymore, even if they are taking more than they're giving back, that they feel comfortable. We have fear come up, right? When we know that we may need to take some steps toward changing and trying something new, but it's scary. And so that situation or dynamic on the outside, right? The relationship, the connection there, as well as the inner tension, that inner conflict of knowing that it's not serving you, that there's something unhealthy here, but there's that resistance to moving forward. That could be, maybe you're experiencing some of that. I am getting a sense of maybe some of you aren't sleeping well. So if you're not sleeping well, that stress it could be coming up in your unconscious, like in your dreams. It could be just keeping you from falling asleep or staying asleep. And that could be making you feel that density, that lack of energy that could be taking its toll on you. And so there is here an acknowledgement of it could just be that level of stress. I mean, if for some of you, maybe you have felt like, oh, maybe am I getting sick? Like, what's going on? And I will always say, speak to a medical professional. But if you have, and there isn't clear diagnosis or something, it could be that an aspect of this is stress and energy related, and that there could be kind of an unhealthy connection. Maybe addiction is a strong word, but there's this, I'm getting like safety net, but at this point it's no longer a safety net. It's more like you're stuck, that it's keeping you stuck at this point. And so your team is really coming in to help you see more clearly, right? Seeing the potential. And ultimately there is that tapping in to your own inner strength and power. I'm also feeling like there's a need to let yourself recuperate, to regain strength. And we have vulture and asphodel, upheaval. Yeah, there is that upheaval energy, that it's caught you potentially off guard. I'm getting a sense of like somewhere between the death card and the tower card. Like there's this sense of falling, especially with this card, that this could have felt quite unexpected, that there was this quite dramatic shift. And Spirit's reminding me of the imagery of the Five of Pentacles, and that these two people who are truly, I mean, they're suffering. They can go into the church, the place of refuge, of spiritual refuge, right behind them. And it's a choice to step into that light. And that in your case, it's kind of like coming back to yourself, to your own light, to your own inner fire. It is still a choice. And Spirit's saying it doesn't necessarily feel easy, but there is a simplicity to this, that it will almost feel more difficult to make the decision than it will be to actually go through the experience of having made that decision. I hope that made sense. So let's see, we have a star dragon. Yeah, star dragon card. And you have protection, finding what's important. Yeah, okay. This is where Spirit is recognizing that you may need assistance in figuring out what is serving you and what isn't. So to look for the signs, it's almost like how vultures will circle. You know, if there's roadkill or something, you'll see them circling and diving down and circling and others will gather. That's kind of how Spirit will be bringing you signs to where something isn't working for you anymore, where something is stagnant. And so there will be repeated signs that will begin to build upon each other so that you can recognize that Spirit is helping you through this. They are, in that way, they are protecting you energetically, because it's not, you don't have to do this alone, right? You can call upon Spirit, and there is a way to set an intention every morning to have Spirit help open your eyes to the signs and messages meant for you. And they could be subtle, it could come through in a number of ways. It could just be synchronicities of like, you hear the same word or phrase back to back and in really random ways, like overhearing a conversation, then hearing it in a song, and then reading it in a book. Could be that. That is how signs often come through. So Spirit's just helping you by highlighting for you those messages. I'm also just seeing this being, I almost feel like she's raising up. She's like lifting up, raising up from the dead. It's kind of reminding me of the Judgment card in tarot and the people being called to that higher purpose. Let's see, we have Summer. Bask in joy and light. So bees could also be a sign for you to look out for. And bees, what a great symbol for abundance and creativity and like putting in the work to then be able to bring in abundance and working together as a team, right? So Spirit's saying like, we are in this together, and it is time to bring in that fiery, passionate energy, what lights you up, what brings you joy. And that by making these small steps now, by the summertime, it's going to be completely different for you. Things will have shifted so much. And Spirit was wanting me to mention with the protection card, the 26, that 2 and 6 together is 8, and 8 is abundance. It's infinity. And it's, I almost want to say cyclical, that as things come to you and you put them out into the world, that same energy comes back to you. So to trust that there is always that cycle, and that there are these ebbs and flows, but it is always in motion. It is never stagnant. The energy of the universe, the energy of Spirit, of Source is never stagnant. So there's always a second chance. I'm hearing the message is always that you are supported. It's never too late is what I'm feeling. It's never too late. You've never missed the boat. So for some of you, you may have wondered that or questioned that, worried about it. The universe will never give up on you. Never. Never, never, never. Your guides will never give up on you. It's not even in the fabric of the reality of the universe. So to trust that, have faith in that, even a little bit of faith, and opening your heart to it. Oh my gosh, yes. Trust. This is your unicorn card. We have leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. Yeah. You have bees, you have vultures, you have a Pegasus, a beautiful Pegasus. And you are meant to fly, to take off, right? when you are ready, it's right there for you. And you are close. You are very close to this, pile 1. And so, again, it's like tapping into that solar plexus energy, refueling, getting in touch with what inspires you and it invigorates you, reflecting on what isn't serving you, what isn't really a part of you anymore, getting clear on that and knowing that Spirit's protecting you, your guides are protecting you, like dragon energy will not back down. Dragon energy will clear out those obstacles, and Spirit will be giving you signs on what is not in alignment. And that all it takes is a little bit of that trust that the unknown is for your highest and greatest good. Because the known, you realize, isn't for your highest and greatest good anymore. It's just kind of comfortable. So it's a big shift, but your team is here. Call upon Brigid, call upon Raphael, work with nature and ask for the support of the animal spirits and the elements to help you through this. Let's look at your final message. Jophiel, liberation, again, flight. Like you're ready to take flight, pile 1. And again, that like solar plexus energy. The brilliant, fiery solar plexus energy. It's like we cannot escape it in this reading. So let's see what the message is. Jophiel, liberation. We all seek spiritual liberation. When we achieve it, our soul soars like an eagle with the intoxication of divine love. This card suggests this may be a moment when you seek Jophiel's supernal help, and it invites you to meditate on the beautiful yellow ray of this powerful archangel's force. The vibration of this bright, supernal frequency will always allow you to feel detached. Jophiel will lift the challenge from you and lead you into discernment. Consequently, liberation will enrapture you, springing you from whatever confine you feel your spirit is caught in. Wow, even that has so much synchronicity. Like, that you will spring forth, like you're going to take flight, that you're going to escape that net that I was feeling, like that safety net that suddenly like turns and becomes more like a stagnation net. You're going to spring from that. You're going to have discernment. You're going to have clarity to see the truth, how it really is, as you let in help from outside of yourself, through yourself, right? Through your intuition, your inner self, you realize it's not all on you. It's not only on you to do this alone. I also feel called to share the full message from Brigid, and so I will read that from the book as well. You are a highly driven, passionate being with the ability to make great changes in the world. Follow what lights you up, for the spiritual fire within you is growing and glowing, and the sharing of your passion will lead to the fulfilling of your purpose. Brigid is coming to you now because it might feel as though your life is changing and the ground is unsteady beneath you, but trust that it is best to change when change is unfolding around you. This is a powerful time for you to begin anew. The seeds that you have planted with your dreams are being given the opportunity to germinate and grow. Trust in your passions and don't let the limiting beliefs or doubts of others be projected onto you. Let your fire burn and roar. Yes, pile 1. Such an important message that I hope you can take with you to bring in that golden light as a practice, to feel it within you, tap into it, and know that it is yours, that the power and energy of the universe is yours, pile 1. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then please subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I wish you all the best. I give you my love. Until next time. Bye, pile 1. Hi, pile 2. If you chose Commander Ashtar, Leadership Activation, this is your reading. So, I have some tarot to start with to see what's coming up, and then the final message will be the angels of Atlantis. But let's go ahead and see where your spirit team wants to begin. We have Temperance, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Hierophant. Yeah, this is big energy. This absolutely is leadership energy. And right off the bat, pile 2 is your ability to harness and utilize both logic, reason, and the spiritual, the metaphysical, the wisdom that you create through the energy of temperance, right? Blending oil and water, making something completely new out of two seemingly opposite or contradictory concepts or energies. This is your ability, and this is how Commander Ashtar is coming in to your experience to highlight for you this skill, truly, that you have to be a strong leader and guide that is still deeply human in a spiritual way. And I'm feeling that this has been in process for you. It's been in progress. This blending, this weaving of what for some of you could feel like two parts of yourself, two parts of your lives, two aspects that have felt unrelated in some way. What I'm feeling is like taking your time separately and spirits calling them together now, calling you to bring these parts together into your experience. Oh yeah, and I forgot, you actually have 3 of these angel prayers cards, and 3 wanted to come out for you. So we have synchronicity. Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. We have transformation. Archangel Zadkiel. Thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. And we have loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. Okay. So, first thing with this card, synchronicity, and the symbol of the yin yang and those two energies, and that within the yin you find the yang, within the yang you find the yin, and that blending of two as a whole. That's really embodying the message here. Transformation with Zadkiel. You could feel called to work with Zadkiel and understanding your blueprint and why you are meant to be here at this time and working in this way, uncovering your purpose through what's available to you in this deep spiritual connection and wisdom of the Hierophant. You have this access. I'm feeling Akashic records for you and really working with your team in what feels like a very detailed and specific mapping as a soul. So maybe some of you have had an experience or will have an experience of remembering being a soul and coming into this life with a plan. I feel that with your spiritual connection, you may be a medium, you may be experiencing mediumship and communication with your past loved ones and ancestors, that they are part of that, I'm hearing the word fabric of your blueprint and how you're being called to your purpose. You have a lot of that deep purple energy coming in between Commander Ashtar and Archangel Zadkiel. So there could be an expansion of your crown chakra, and you may be feeling like more is coming into your awareness, as well as your third eye. You could be called to do some deeper exploration, deeper meditations, and journeys, if that is something that you are interested in and called to, possibly working in a dream state or in the astral projection. That could be important for some of you. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we have portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Yeah, with portal, that's an expanded opening that is allowing more in, and you really are taking that step in. So you are choosing that at a soul level to step into that as an experience. And there is a sense of exploration and going beyond the limits that you thought were there, the boundaries that you thought were there, even in the ethereal, right? In the astral, there's now more for you to explore. And I'm kind of feeling that with wild card. There's untapped treasures to be found by you. I'm seeing spiritual gold nuggets, you're panning for gold. And that's what you are doing in the spiritual realm. And you're doing this not for, just your own benefit. You're really honing your skills to be a guide, to be a way shower, pile 2. And that you have that ability to communicate and teach from a place of wisdom in a way that people can understand and really receive it in a way that is both kind of like a spiritual knowing or intuition, but it also makes sense to them. They can talk about it and build upon it and really start to discern in their own lives. And it's in a more tangible way that they can utilize this knowledge and information that you are bringing through for them. It's you're kind of tapping into the universe and delivering it. We have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, I'm relating it to the Temperance in that you have been in this time of bringing in energies from here and there, and you're like taking them piece by piece and weaving them together. That up to this point, you have been focused on getting yourself to this level of wholeness and presence. I'm feeling the word presence, like you're just so tapped in tune, on point, and now it's time to, from this state of awareness and empowerment as far as your physical and emotional being, that you hold this for others to follow as a way for their healing journey. We have the snail and huckleberry, trust in the invisible. Yeah. And for you, pile 2, it's that you have been following that call, that light in the distance. You have been traveling that path and gathering strength and resources and wisdom along the way, that it's following something that may feel or be in someone else's reality invisible. But for you, it was always there in some way. That your purpose, the call to this type of position has always been there, and you have been following it, even if you didn't consciously know it or realize it, that that's what you were doing, that you have been like guided by this path, like the huckleberry coming in and keeping you safe and aligned to the path. Even if there's parts where it weaves around and gets to be in shadow and then in light, you've still always been on the path. And that, again, like with snail, there is that trust in that each small movement is still carrying you to the place you're meant to be on that path. That you don't have to see the big picture in the end, like on one hand, you are deeply in tune with the universe and absorbing its wisdom, but on the other hand, you cannot even comprehend even a fragment. And that's okay. You're that snail in the grass, but you're as integral a part as any other element or being, right? And this is a realization that others need. They need that guidance, because what I'm feeling is that instead of you being overwhelmed with this energizes you. It is exciting. It's an adventure for you. And you can help other people tap into that as an empowering thing instead of an overwhelming kind of limiting belief that, maybe I just can't make an impact. You're helping them realize that they absolutely can, because Spirit, your team, your guides and angels are here helping you realize that. Yeah, enlightenment, moving forward. 23. We have 5. So we have some change. We have some shifting, right? But there's that ascension, it's that awareness. You are waking up at this higher level of embodying the universe. It's a full mind, body, spirit understanding of the ways of the universe, of spirit. And it could be that some of you have a hard time believing this, that some of you may have feelings or thoughts about not being good enough, not being healed enough. And your team is like, you are ready. You are there. This is literally built into you, in your soul DNA. It can't possibly not be that you are fully ready. We have the moon energy coming in. Take note of intuitive messages. Yeah, you are this deeply connected being. And, I was feeling dream work for some of you. So it makes sense, to be in tune with the moon, the phases of the moon, and the particular energies as they come up. You may be more of a night owl and called to stargaze. This is healing for you. It is clearing. I am getting a sense of working with the moon really at any phase, any time. Pulling in the energy of the moon will be helpful to your energy to clear it out and clean it up so that you can be this, what Spirit's showing me is a finely tuned instrument. I'm almost hearing crystal bowls, the really delicate, high frequency sounds. So that may speak to some of you. Sound healing, sound baths, that your team may speak to you in music and tones, not only the lyrics, but in the resonance that's created. You may then activate your clairaudience. We have miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. Yeah. It's already happened, is what I'm feeling. You are healed. You are whole. You are ready for this. And it's not about forcing an understanding intellectually, that if you take it in, that bubbling up an inner wisdom will become a knowing and an understanding. But it's kind of trusting that spiritual, alchemical process, that you don't have to know it all at once. You don't have to have the full blueprint in front of you. It's already within you. And it's what Spirit's showing me, a GPS, and how overwhelming it would be to have the GPS constantly telling you all the steps that are ahead at once until you get to the end, and how that would be so distracting from where you are at the moment and what direction you need just in that moment. So trust that your intuition and connection to Spirit and your guides are making sure that you are on the right path and you are receiving the directions when you are meant to. Pile 2. So I do want to read the expanded message from Commander Ashtar for you. So Ashtar and the Ashtar Command are here to bring you the message that you have the ability to help others heal and evolve. The challenges you are surmounting are opportunities to lead by example. Living honestly and sharing your truth have always been important to you. Now you are being given the opportunity to live your truth in the view of the world. Don't be afraid to take the lead. To evolve into your leadership role, you have to assume your position in the world. Your ego may be loud at this time and may try and keep you small. Don't fight it. Just prove to yourself and others that you have what it takes to silence this voice of limitation. You were born to lead, so lead. Yes, pile 2, that's powerful. That this is literally built into you, right? Like you were born for this purpose. And you have what it takes, absolutely. And so we have Hanael, hope, and this is your final message. So I will read from the book. Hanael, the sacred warrior. When we feel deeply and are affected by the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to, we may despair until the dove of peace enters our lives and once more lifts us to hope. If this is a moment of such challenge, reach out and the angels will carry you to this virtue by allowing you to observe a beautiful scene in nature, another soul filled with joy or success, or a child whose innocence lifts your spirits. Within this form, you will see a manifestation of the oracle, like a dove allowing your spirit to fly in peace. Yeah, you are meant to embody that hope for others. What appears invisible at first is actually the power of their intuition, and that if they begin to trust it, then it grows brighter, right? That's always there to guide them, and you can lead them into this pile 2. So I hope this reading was helpful for you. I thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, then please subscribe. I wish you all the best. I give you my love. Until next time, bye pile 2. Hi pile 3. If you chose Lady Nada, Expanded Heart, this is your reading. So we will start with tarot to see what your guides are bringing in messages around, and then this is the final message for you. So, okay, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the King of Cups, and we have the 8 of Wands. 8 of Cups, that makes sense with Lady Nada coming in here and helping you open up to greater love and feelings of acceptance and compassion. With the 8 of Cups, you could be leaving something behind that is no longer what you desire, that is no longer enough for you, and not in a judgmental way, but it's that you want more, you need more, and you have opened your heart to that realization that you deserve to be unconditionally loved and to unconditionally love yourself. And it's not then that you're not holding yourself accountable. You are with the King of Cups energy. You're just stepping up into that strengthened role. It's more stable when you are at the seat of your emotions. You are now able to realize your own power when you are recognizing the power of your emotions, the power of your heart. And the King of Cups, he is going to be saying yes to what is aligned with his highest and greatest good, and the highest and greatest good of all. It's coming from a deeply compassionate place. You are stepping into this energy, pile 3. And with this opening up, this liberation, so much more can come in once you have turned and taken your seat on this throne. It's like so much more movement able to come in, and there's a much more like fresh energy here. And with the flower, the rose opening up, the heart opening up, there's much more space for things to come to you, to be in your experience. Pile 3. Things that you are wanting, that you've been hoping for. We have Shine Your Light, Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. And we have Healthy Choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. So coming from that place of your heart and compassion for yourself and others, you are able to make the choices that are going to serve you the most, right? Those healthy decisions that, if you are coming from a place where maybe your emotions are controlling you, or they are making you unstable, but if you are in a place of, I am feeling this way, but that does not mean I am that way, it does not have as much power over you, and you can come from a higher perspective, a more stable perspective. And that allows you to shine your light. And I can't help but see the similarities with like her hair becoming rays of sunlight, and with Uriel and that golden sunlight coming in, there is a shifting toward more positive and empowering energy here. Pile 2. So working with Archangel Uriel will be helpful as well for your choices as far as, exercise, nutrition, that type of thing, as he embodies the element of earth and the physical form. There is this message around gaining your strength, building your strength, that as you open up to more love, there is that feeling of vulnerability, right? Which is natural, but the more you do it, even if it's incremental, each time you become more resilient and empowered and strengthened, and you feel more confident. So Archangel Uriel can also bring in that sense of confidence and that solar plexus energy, that you are meant to be seen, to open your heart and be seen. We have trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Yeah, the idea of waves and emotions and allowing them to come and go and to carry you. It is not about you fighting the current. It's not about you being tipped over and being caught in the wave, but about letting it take you where you're meant to go, and to not judge that process. We have inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. this is a time for you to get in touch with this inner stability, this inner emotional strength, and that you are working in a way that is both at an emotional and energetic level and a physical level. And Spirit's reminding me that with healthy choices and in our earth, we have this human form that we have to respect and work with, as it is a container, a vessel for our emotions. And so for some of you, there could be some, stuck emotions within the body, maybe some unprocessed traumas and things like that are being worked out. It's like allowing them to be gently massaged out. There's no rushing, and you cannot just like flip a switch and have it like go away. That's just not realistic for the human experience. And so Spirit is saying to trust that process, and that like with each wave coming in, like I'm seeing from the ocean, coming in and taking out the sand. And so this is like a gentle carving of the physical form. And so in that way, that's how healing happens. That's how you go from a bud to a full bloom as well. It's just the beautiful natural process that it cannot be rigidly enforced. You know that your guides are here to help you navigate this energy and this healing process, and that you are worthy of more. I feel like your guides are wanting to specifically say that you are stepping into a place where you feel worthy. We have the goat and willow overcoming obstacles. Yeah. So first thing with willow is that willow is flexible and supple because it is so connected to the element of water. It is so much water that it can bend and flex in ways that other trees cannot. And this is the beauty of you as well, pile 3, that you have this emotion, you have this full range within your heart. Your capacity for love, it's just so great. It's so abundant. And that it is a tool for you to, maybe tool's a crude word, but it is a tool for you to utilize in the world, really. And instead of it feeling like a burden, it's here to actually help you move through obstacles. Again, like with the 8 of Wands, there could be a sense of like there's things in the way blocking you, but there's also that sense of like with the goat, you can jump over those hurdles. Like those wands are nothing to you. It's enjoyable. It's play to jump those obstacles. And so to approach life from that perspective, that you are looking for more joy, things that light you up. We have 18, healing, restoring, hope. Yeah, you're healing. You are building up that inner well, that deep well of love and heart and that healing capacity. You are really building that up within yourself. You're restoring that within yourself. But you will be holding that for others as well, because you're expanding that heart beyond just yourself and your energy, pile 3. You are going to be reaching others and aligning them to their healthy choices. I'm also just getting a message around the timing thing. There is some level of patience and understanding that in this case, going more slowly is actually faster in the long run. I'm getting that energy of like you're in a cocoon and will emerge when it's time. That cannot be rushed. Autumn, release the old and rest. Yeah, so, as we're in March, as I'm recording this, it could be that you see the full transformation closer to the fall, to the autumn. But it's going to be all about enjoying the process, pile 3. I do feel like it's going to be a time where you step back a bit, allow things to unfold, and see where the pieces kind of fall into place. And you're taking that time to, again, restore and heal, to be in that energy of the cocoon and empowering your heart. And I just feel that your guides are coming in to reassure you that you are safe, and that if you can encourage yourself and reassure yourself, your inner child, especially any part of you that's having some doubt and worry and is feeling afraid for this change and transformation and what is ahead, just reassuring and giving them love and recognizing that yes, there is fear, but we are supported. We are supported by the universe. Sanctuary. Take time out from the world. Spend more time alone. Meditate or go on retreat. Yes, so you have like rest. You have this inner earth and it almost looks like a cave, like a cocoon. There is this need to go within, to withdraw a little bit, to go deep in that well of emotions and healing. Pile 3, that this is your sanctuary, that you are meant to allow yourself this time to heal and restore and rejuvenate yourself. And before we get to your final message, I am going to read the expanded message from Lady Nada. When Lady Nada comes to you, your heart is ready to expand. It is opening wide for you to experience and embody divine love. This is a powerful opportunity to heal from past traumas regarding relationships and emotional letdowns. The journey of self-respect that you have been on is leading to a genuine experience of self-love and self-acceptance. This in turn will lead to a feeling of liberation. Within you is a great love, a love that is eternal and therefore will never die. Know that this is a mighty love, and it's now time to share it without fear. Have courage. Know that this is an opportunity to let love reach all the parts of yourself and all the parts of your journey. Where have you stopped yourself experiencing love? Know that every facet of you is lovable, And for the world to see that, you just need to be willing to believe that it is true. The universe will take care of the rest. Let the world see your love, your beautiful heart. Pile 3, shine your light. All right, so we have, for your final message, we have Michael. I am present. So let's get into it. With Michael, the cosmic leader, I am presence. This card reminds you that the throne of your spiritual sovereignty is awaiting you, and that you have all of the power of the Creator within you. When we discover our soul's purpose and allow ourselves to be initiated into the world as a spiritual seeker, we are often disregarded by others, simply because the divine can be missing from other people's lives. Michael wishes you to sit on the throne of your true power, in the universal wisdom of the one mind, the I am presence. This is the moment when divine compassion moves through you and alerts you to the fact that what you see without is also within. Feel your throne as the seat of empathy. Yes, this is your throne. This is your seat of compassion, of empathy. This is your power. This is how you connect with your guides. And I was getting the message reading that you may be really in tune with your physical body to the point where one of your main clairs may be clairsentience, that you may be really feeling it in your body and getting messages that way. So to tune in to your body, giving it what it needs to be that vessel for your intuition. But that your heart is your superpower. Yeah, your heart is your superpower. Pile 3, and it's ready to expand to get to this next level, and you're showing up in your power. So I hope that this reading was helpful for you. I am so grateful for you being here. If you want to see more from me, then please subscribe. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. And I wish you all the best. I give you my love. Until next time, bye, Pile 3. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose Metatron and Sandalphon, Sacred Connection, this is your reading. So I will set aside the final message from the Angels of Atlantis. And we'll start with tarot to see where your guides are wanting to begin. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups, we have the 10 of Cups, and we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, a lot of positive energy right off the bat. Pile 4, your wishes are coming true. You're finally seeing the fruits of your labor and enjoying where you have gotten to in your life as far as enjoying your work and family, community. There is a feeling of being very content and grounded in your success. I am seeing there's a potential with the 3 of Wands that there's another expansion on the horizon. Now that you've gotten to this point, you can see that there's more out there, and you are still very well grounded in this. It's not about abandoning this or leaving it behind, but it's about, I can push those boundaries a little bit more. Like there's more to discover. And with Metatron and Sandalphon, I am getting that message around you really embodying both the spiritual and the human experiences together, and that potentially you will be shifting to bring in one of these a bit more into your life, a little bit more in focus. Let's see. Focus your mind. It's interesting. We have, thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. We have the miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jeremiel. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. Okay, so for some of you, there could be a situation here where you are recognizing that you have what you want, but there's still maybe something missing. And so you are wondering about what spark is not in my experience right now, and how can I bring that in? For some of you, you could be feeling like either you or someone else within your community, your family, potentially has turned their back and are looking for something else, that they're searching for something outside of themselves and what they have that they feel that they are missing. There could be, that's where the message around forgiveness is coming in with Jeremiel, that there is some maybe misunderstanding, like not seeing like why this is happening. Like, why is there not a fulfillment? Why isn't this enough, potentially, for some of you? And there could be a restructuring coming in. And your guides are here to help you in that organization, in that restructuring of what's important to you, why it's important to you, and helping you kind of hone in on your priorities. I am feeling like for some of you, maybe you have been in a business partnership of some sort, and there has been a shift in focus. Maybe one of you is still focused more so on the business, and the other is more focused on family and relationships and connections. And so there is some of that restructuring happening. There could be some hurt feelings. And with Metatron and Sandalphon coming in and showing like, hey, we are two sides of the same coin. So I feel there is potential here for a way for this to work itself out. Let's see, we have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So there is that team energy. We have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Yeah, okay. So this is a matter of whether this is, even if it's just about you, there could be a conflict within you of like, how can I have it all? How can I have both? Business and, business, career, material gain, and like doing what I really want and I'm passionate about, but also wanting connection and family and love. And so Spirit is saying it is possible. You can embrace the paradox. Metatron and Sandalphon are that embodiment. They are that duality. They are the extremes, but they are together. And you are capable of this, of holding the opposites. And it is about, trusting this as it unfolds, and that you are able to work, if this involves other people in your life directly, to remember teamwork, and that you are here likely as a soul group, that you're meant to be learning lessons, right? Understanding lessons, experiencing things with these other souls. That at some level you've come in to learn certain things. And the other message here is that, your spirit team's like, yes, we are your team. We are players on your team. So to call in the angels to help navigate and help you figure out the next steps, that you're not alone, in this. We have the turtle and coriander satisfaction. Yeah, I love that. With the pairing of the Nine of Cups, it just makes a lot of sense. There's like this sense of being really fulfilled, having what it is you need, just feeling very content, and having that pleasure, like things are enjoyable and you're meant to really experience the world in that sensual way, like really getting the flavors of life and all aspects and kind of relishing in that, and that you're meant to have this satisfaction. And I'm getting a message around potentially there could be a habit or a belief that it's not enough, that you're not enough, that you still need to be striving for more. And Spirit is coming in to point you back to what's actually important. Your joy, your contentment, your satisfaction, and that you are worthy of having that and experiencing that. There may be a sense for some of you of like moving away from it. Like, oh, if it's this good, like what if I lose it? There could be that kind of fear of success here. So your guides are coming in and working with you to heal this, if this is a part of your experience for some of you, that kind of inner conflict, so that there's no, sabotaging of yourself. We have 8, legacy, persistence. So your star dragon, persistence. Yeah, this could be that energy of always striving for more. And it's not necessarily negative, but your legacy can consist of a variety of things, like I'm thinking children here, maybe a business that you're creating and passing down. So Spirit's recognizing your goals, your intention to really create something, to build a foundation of something. But Spirits, I am getting a message around not pushing yourself too much to the point where you aren't enjoying. That is important. Oh, and I forgot, you actually have 2 star dragons. You have 9. Interesting. So we have 8, 9. Choice, understanding, consequences. So maybe you do have this choice. You do have this choice in how you are going to move forward from this point. I am feeling that with focus your mind, you could be someone who just really wants to make sure all their ducks are in a row. And you may get caught up in what is the end result going to be? Is it going to be worth it? What do I need to do exactly to get to the place that I want to be, that I intend to be? And Spirit's saying you can't fully understand the consequences of every choice you make, that there is that level of trust. But if you are in tune with your own intuition and are balancing that, on one hand, the aspect of intuition and your emotions and kind of surrendering to this process, and on the other hand, your will, your persistence, your drive, it's about embodying both and allowing each to have their time on stage to, it's almost like I'm seeing both of these sides as like part of a team, but you are the head of the team. You're the team leader, Pile 4, and you are allowing them each time to present and make their case, and then you are bringing the elements from both that make sense, that work together, that move you forward and build upon what you've already achieved. Animal guardian, trust your instincts. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because your instincts, that's your intuition, but it's even more primal in that it's what has helped us survive as humans in this physical form. That this is that integrated human and spiritual. That's instinct, at least for me, from my perspective, but I see that that is what's coming through. This is about survival, right? It's about resources and manifesting, creating the life that you want to have. Maybe some of you are a bit competitive. I'm getting that message that some of you might be a little bit competitive and always looking to grow and be the best. So Spirit's recognizing that. And I'm hearing like, we are your biggest supporters. So your guides are with you at your side, but they will, I'm seeing them like put a hand on your shoulder and be like, okay, like, hold on a minute. Let's regroup. Let's have a team meeting and figure out where we're going from here. So this could be, for some of you, just a reminder to keep checking in with yourself, not just your thoughts, right? Your heart, your gut, and that's where your guides are going to be coming in and talking with you and communicating with you, I should say. Okay, we have balance. Take time to relax. Indulge a little more or less. Set boundaries with your work. I couldn't pick a more on point, synchronistic card. I mean, yeah, there is that balance. I mean, I'm getting, again, like work, but also pleasure and enjoying what you have. Still having that drive to keep building, keep going. You know, having that willpower to move you forward, but also enjoy, relax, like take your time. Pile 4, it's a balancing act, but it's about being aligned so that you will have that stable footing and just allowing some of these things to come through your awareness. And you don't have to know exactly immediately when something comes into your awareness as like an opportunity. It doesn't have to be an immediate understanding, but to trust your instincts and utilize all your resources, all your team players in making decisions, because you have a lot going for you. So it's not, I'm also getting a message, you will not lose what you already have. So if you've been having some doubt about that, your guides are coming in and reassuring you that whatever's meant for you, you will have. They're saying that there are times where what you have will look different. It will change because everything's always changing and shifting, but you will always have what you need. So trust that. Oh, and I want to read the expanded message for Metatron and Sandalphon. Everything is working out for your highest good. All the information and experiences that are coming to you now are bringing you a greater sense of connection and understanding. Be open and aware of the signs and synchronicities that are occurring at this time, for these are miraculous reminders that there is a force beyond your human comprehension that is helping you to be your best self and live a life filled with purpose and meaning. If you feel stuck or unsure where things are going, you are being encouraged to see your situation from a higher perspective. If things aren't going according to your plan, it doesn't mean that things aren't going according to the divine plan. A power that is greater than you, but also within you, is working to help you learn from your life experiences and understand that you are interconnected with your source and a co-creator of your destiny. That's powerful stuff, pile 4. Yeah. Let's see what the angels of Atlantis have for you. We have Metatron, miracles. So Metatron is coming in doubly so for you. So you are really being called to check in with Metatron. There could be, downloads and attunements being offered from Metatron if you are open to those. Metatron, the supernal teacher. Miracles are changes of perception, and Metatron wishes you to know that, like the miracle of newborn life, you are bringing your creative force to the fore. Do anticipate a miracle occurring, for when we open ourselves to miracles, we relinquish our fear to God, to Metatron, who stands on the right hand of the divine. Therefore, open your mind to the possibility of any challenge you may have being lifted from your shoulders. And when you have let go, the source will gift you with unexpected joy. Yeah, that miracle of the paradox of it within your experience, having both, having it all. This is possible. This is possible for you. But I'm just feeling like it's going to be more fluid. But even in its fluidity, it is strong. It is foundational. That is something you can rely on, pile 4. So powerful, powerful energies. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then please subscribe. I thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the best. I give you my love, Until next time, bye, Pile 4.